MacKenzie Scott has finally unveiled the shocking truth behind her divorce from Jeff Bezos, and what she's revealed will leave you stunned. For years, the world believed a simple narrative: a quiet separation, divergent priorities, the predictable pitfalls of immense wealth. But the truth MacKenzie Scott has now exposed is far darker, more devastating, and utterly beyond imagination. This isn't merely a tale of money or corporate ambition. It's a raw saga of betrayal, deception, and a woman who sacrificed everything for a man who callously discarded it all. MacKenzie's revelations about Jeff's conduct during their marriage will make your blood boil. And her revenge? It's nothing short of genius. To understand the depths of this nightmare, we must first revisit its beautiful beginning. A beginning that makes the subsequent heartbreak all the more profound. It was 1992. Mackenzie Tuttle, a brilliant Princeton graduate, was balancing her dream of becoming a novelist with the practical demands of a New York hedge fund. It was there she first heard him, Jeff Bezos, his distinctive laugh echoing through the office walls before she ever saw his face. That laugh caught her attention. When her job interview approached, Mackenzie specifically requested Jeff as her interviewer. That singular interview would irrevocably alter both their destinies. Within months, they were inseparable. Just 3 months later, engaged. By 1993, a simple ceremony sealed their vows. Then came the audacious decision that would catapult them to billionaire status and, ironically, ultimately shatter their union. But here's a truth rarely acknowledged: Mackenzie wasn't merely Jeff's wife. She was, in every sense, Amazon's co-founder. When Jeff envisioned an online bookstore, Mackenzie didn't just offer support. She literally drove their cross-country move from New York to Seattle, while Jeff coded in the passenger seat. In Amazon's nascent days, Mackenzie tirelessly handled accounting, managed deliveries, and personally packed books. She matched Jeff's 12-hour days, dedicating herself to building what would become a global titan. Yet, the seeds of tragedy were already sown. As Amazon soared to success, Jeff began to transform. Mackenzie would later reveal that with every surge in Amazon's growth, Jeff's obsession with power, control, and his public image intensified. The man whose infectious laugh once echoed through office walls was rapidly becoming cold, calculating, and disturbingly distant. But the true horror was still unfolding. By the early 2000s, the warning signs were undeniable, though Mackenzie, in her unwavering loyalty, perhaps chose not to see them. Jeff's hours stretched, business trips multiplied, and time with their 4 children dwindled. Mackenzie found herself largely raising their kids alone, a single parent to an invisible empire. Close family friends observed the alarming shift. Jeff grew increasingly arrogant, demanding, and fixated on his burgeoning celebrity status rather than his family. Mackenzie, in stark contrast, receded from the public eye, dedicating herself to her writing and desperately trying to hold their fracturing family together. But Mackenzie's most recent revelation will send shivers down your spine. Jeff wasn't merely emotionally absent. He was actively and shamelessly pursuing other women, even on family vacations and business trips. Mackenzie sensed a chilling wrongness, but she had no conception of the true depth of his calculated betrayal. Then, in 2018, Mackenzie's deepest fears were cruelly validated in the most public and humiliating manner imaginable. Jeff wasn't just having an affair. He was embroiled in a highly visible, scandal-ridden relationship with Lauren Sanchez, a married TV personality and helicopter pilot. But the revelation that utterly shattered Mackenzie was this: Jeff had been exchanging explicit text messages with Lauren, calling her his alive girl, and other intimate terms, all while Mackenzie was at home, raising their children. The National Enquirer expose of these messages ensured the entire world witnessed Jeff's heinous betrayal. Mackenzie later confessed that discovering Jeff's affair wasn't merely heartbreaking, it was profoundly humiliating. She had stood by him for 25 years, helped build Amazon from the ground up, raised their children, and this was his repayment for her unwavering loyalty. Now, Mackenzie has finally laid bare the complete truth behind her divorce from Jeff, and it's a narrative even more damning than the affair itself. Through recent interviews and her extensive philanthropic endeavors, MacKenzie has systematically exposed Jeff's true. She revealed a man utterly transformed, obsessed with unchecked power, callously dismissive of their family, and arrogantly convinced his immense wealth rendered him untouchable. Their marriage, she stated, became a mere business transaction, their children reduced to accessories for his public image. But the most gut-wrenching revelation? MacKenzie unearthed evidence that Jeff's affair with Lauren was far from his first. She found proof of multiple illicit relationships spanning their entire marriage. Jeff had been systematically, cold-bloodedly betraying her trust for years, all while she remained fiercely loyal and supportive. But MacKenzie's response is the ultimate, perfect revenge. She has meticulously wielded Jeff's own fortune, redirecting it to profoundly better the world, while he squanders millions on ego-driven space ventures. Today, MacKenzie Scott has forged an entirely new existence, one anchored in profound purpose, not fleeting profit. She has emerged as one of the world's most revered philanthropists. She has published acclaimed novels, triumphantly reclaiming the writing career she deferred for Jeff's ambitions, and has risen as a powerful, undeniable voice for women's rights. Her philanthropic strategy is nothing short of revolutionary. In 2024 alone, she channeled an astounding $640 million to 361 small nonprofits, empowering these organizations to deploy the funds precisely where they're needed most, without restrictive conditions. So, what was the ultimate catalyst for MacKenzie Scott's divorce from Jeff Bezos? It transcended the mere affair or public humiliation. It was the crushing realization that the laughing, dreaming entrepreneur she married had been irrevocably replaced by a cold, self-serving billionaire who valued unchecked power above all human connection. What are your thoughts on MacKenzie's searing revelations? Do you stand with Team MacKenzie, or do you believe she should have fought harder for her marriage? Share your perspective in the comments below. And if MacKenzie's incredible strength and unparalleled generosity inspire you, then absolutely smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more shocking celebrity revelations and untold stories. Remember, sometimes, the most profound revenge is simply living well and empowering others. Until next time, keep sipping that tea responsibly.